Hey friends, welcome back to the shop. You know, it has been a year since we tested a backup camera, and in that year time frame, a lot changes. There's more manufacturers, the technology has improved. So when Auto Vox reached out to us and asked us to test out their backup camera, we had to say yes, especially after taking a look at some of their features.
Features such as high-definition infrared night vision.
And that is definitely something that we're going to test out, because that was an area that really was lackluster on the last product test that we had. In addition to that, it has a 7.2-inch screen that is split to where you can have two different images in there, such as a front camera and a rear camera.
Not only that, it has a 500-foot range. Like, that's way more than you need. Just saying. Nobody needs 500 feet.
But if you did, that's probably something that you need to record. And this is a DVR, and it comes with an included 32 gig mini SD card.
But did we mention that its mount is magnetic and wireless? It's like 60 seconds of setup.
And of course, you want clear images. So this has 1080p, and because it is outside, it has IP69K rating for the weather. It can handle all weather conditions, as well as the temps as low as -4 and as high as 149 degrees Fahrenheit. That's hot.
And if you're in a place that gets that hot, you probably have ample sunshine for the solar charging. Or you could just use a USB-C to charge it.
And the final feature that we think is really cool, because it allows it to be versatile, whether it's something on the back of our boat or it's on the back of a semi, and that is an adjustable camera. So it'll go up and down to where it can really be the perfect viewpoint for you and wherever you're sitting. All right, so enough of the chit chatter. Let's get to the tests. All right. The very first one we're going to easily do on our boat, just to kind of get an idea of what it looks like. You know, it's a 16-foot boat, so very minimal. Then we're going to jump up to tests that we have never done with these, so we're pretty excited.
But first, unboxing.
Yes. Unboxing. You got to know what's in the box first, right?
What's in the box?
So let's go ahead and jump into the unboxing, then the tests.
Then the tests.
Yes. All right, let's see what's in the box. Oh, we already have something better here. Got a full-blown carrying case. And hard. Okay. We have our full widescreen display for inside the cab. Let's see, extend warranty to 18 months and get technical support card. We have our user manual. We have mounting screws, Allen wrench. It's like antenna pieces. We have some metal screws. Let's see what we got here. All right, we have our camera itself. That looks nice. We have our display mounting plate. We've got our accessory plug power cable. And we have the backing plate for the camera itself, another backing plate, and then the cable that goes to the device itself. For charging. And it looks like your USB-C port is right here down on the bottom with the power button right next to it. And I like this, that the solar charging panel is actually part of the camera itself and not a separate plate. All right, let's get to testing. Okay, for our screen, we're going to go ahead and mount our base plate to it. Put it right in there, tighten it up. Then our mini antennas actually screw right up on top. Okay, just like that. Our larger antenna will actually get screwed on to the side of the camera itself. All right, we've got our two different mounting brackets. These are only going to be used in the event that you are using this on something that is not metal. These will get mounted on with the included screws, and then these will snap directly to the camera. If you have a vehicle, a trailer, whatever that is metal, then you do not need these brackets. Your magnet is already built in here and it will stick directly to it with no problem at all. It's a very powerful magnet. All right, our first demonstration is on our 16-foot bass boat here. Now, this is aluminum boat, so the magnet is not going to end up sticking to it, and that's where we use the plates that are included in the kit. I've mounted the plate here in the back with double-sided VHB 3M tape, so it's on there. And then this will show you how strong this magnet is. So it's on there. And then if we're using this plate, there's a little screw hole in one of the secure safety screws. The anti-theft screws actually go through there to keep the camera there on the back of the boat. Now from here I can go ahead and adjust the camera down if I need to. Don't even need to turn it on, because once we start up the vehicle inside, it's automatically going to turn the camera on back here. Alright, start the car up. And there we go. It automatically connects to the camera in the back and turns it on. From here on the very back, you have two channel buttons. In the event that you have multiple cameras, you can change the channel button to split the screen. You also have a mode button that you can go into to adjust the brightness, the playback, the guidelines, how long you want the sleep to go on for the display, other settings, record, then the controls for the camera, if it's upside down or not, then brightness, and then pairing if it doesn't automatically connect. Ours connected right away. It will also show you up here in the upper right hand corner on what your battery strength is. So as we are getting into each of the different tests, we're thinking what different consumers could actually utilize these cameras and how do they work for each one.
So we decided to go on a little adventure, and we are out at Horseshoe Bend RV Campground in Indiana, where we have access to a wonderful 43-foot North Point by Jayco.
So visiting some friends here, amazing view, and they've got a large enough RV for us to be able to test almost 55 feet, probably 55 to 60 feet, including their tow rig. So we'll be able to see a little bit more of a distance, but also because it is a different type of vehicle, where we will even put it at. Most of these are either aluminum or fiberglass, so we need to see, can it even be applicable to these type of vehicles? All right, so on the back side of this RV, they do have a factory backup camera, but what if that is actually obscured like this one is by a large bike rack? All right, so you can see really how far out that bike rack sticks, where that factory camera is, but you really don't have much visibility for where the back of the RV is. So you could end up sticking it on the fiberglass above the window, or do what we did and actually put it right there on the frame where the hitch is. All right, so this is where we placed the camera, right on that hitch, so it has a clear view. So on the boat we had our bracket for this to be able to mount to. No bracket here. We're just going to go directly to that hitch. When you're about 2 inches away, it's already trying to pull it in. It's on there really, really good. And you got to pull it away. One more time. It's on there. I'm impressed. So we're going to go ahead and hop up front, see how the view looks from inside the cab. Alright, this is inside their dually, and there's our clear view out the back of the RV. You can actually see the back of the bike rack and how clear that view looks. That camera is straightforward, so you can adjust it further down in order to be able to see the ground a little bit better, especially when you're backing into one of these spots so you know where to stop at. All right, before we jump into the final test for this review, I do want to give my perspective on the images, both from a live standpoint as you're looking at the monitor itself, and then the second is the DVR or recordings off of the SD card. On the live piece, both day and night is very crisp. It's very clear. It's easy to be able to see everything that you need to be able to see with that camera. The corridor where I parked the boat, it is in a lean-to, and I have roughly a foot and a half space on each side of the boat from the wall and the log pile to be able to get that boat down, and I had no problem, just straight as can be, lining it up and backing it into its parking space, looking at the monitor itself. So very good on there. Now on the recording of the DVR side, that is where you could clearly see that there is some degradation in the video. Daytime, not too bad. It's still very clear, just not as clear as the live on the video on the monitor itself. The nighttime, that's when it really degrades. There is a lot of motion blur that takes place. Is it so bad that you can't be able to navigate? No, it's not that bad. But the blurring as you're moving, the motion blur as they call it, is very evident in the grass, the ground cover. That's where it really comes through. Above that, it's really not that evident. With those recordings, it is not an MP4 format. So you will have to use a free conversion service online in order to be able to convert those to the file format to an MP4 file format if you are looking to be able to share or utilize for savings for later. So just wanted to point those things out. It is very, very important to do so. All right, let's go ahead and jump into the final test with the distance. All right, the final piece to our test and review is going to be distance. And since we don't have any vehicles that are longer than 60 feet, we're just going to go ahead and mark it off. We're going to have Dana inside the vehicle with the monitor. I'm going to take the camera, and I'm just going to walk. And then whenever we lose feed, we'll go ahead and stop, measure it off, and then let you know exactly what that looks like. All right, 330 feet. That's a good distance.
It is. It's
Yeah.
slightly less than the advertised 500, but as you saw, that's when it kind of started to get jumpy for us, and you really don't want to push it any further than that.
No, you really, really don't. You want that reliable connection. But, I mean, 330 feet, what are you going to be towing that's longer?
A train. So maybe if you're a conductor or an engineer, you have more of a use for the length.
Well, they are all metal, so this will snap
magnet.
right on there. Yeah, it'll snap right on there. A huge thanks to Auto Vox for actually providing this really cool backup camera system. It actually works fantastic. Our RV friends love it and they want it. So it definitely won them over, and we're going to have a lot of use for this ourselves. And as usual with these product reviews and tests, We try to give everything that as a real consumer will be looking for prior to making that investment. The link for the Amazon product itself is in the description. It is an affiliate link, so if you go through that link and purchase, it actually helps us, costs you no extra, and allows us to continue doing reviews just like this for each of you. So if it was beneficial, be sure to smash that like button as well. It certainly helps us know that it's reaching the right audience. And until next episode, take care, stay safe, and we look forward to seeing you again soon. Bye.
Bye. Don't forget to look behind you now.
Me? Oh, this.